So let's get Vampire Therapist going. I feel like maybe these glasses aren't appropriate. Why did my Kindle... Oh my gosh. Kindle, stop it. I did not ask for you. Okay. Game capture. Window. Properties. Window. Vampire Therapist. Okay. I'm going to take off the glasses. Okay. And I'm going to put real glasses on. Here, let me get my wings back. I'm going to put... here. Let's see. Let's get some actual glasses on. Some more serious glasses. Let's see. Let's get some glasses. Okay. All right. You're gonna look serious now. There. Okay. All right. We're gonna be serious purveyors of mental health right now. So let's do that. We're gonna do that there. Okay. The Blood of Troy in Spanish Night. So they did, I think they did add a DLC to this game. Where you do couples therapy, which I think is hilarious.
Howdy. It's Sam Walls to see you, sir. The guy who's been sending you all them V-mails.
V-mails?
Yes, I know who you are, Samuel Walls.
Oh no, wait, this is not the right part. Hang on. Load. Wait. Exit. Yes, I think I went to the wrong load. Okay. Continue. Alright, 14. Oh yeah, that was the oldest one. Okay. We're gonna be such good therapists, you guys.
Samuel, good evening. I am glad to see you looking so fresh and well slept.
Yes.
Uh-oh, something tells me I'm in for it tonight.
The truth is seldom unseen by you, my friend. Tonight, you face perhaps one of the most difficult challenges a therapist can face. The fact that you may not be able to help everyone.
And this is true. You can't always help everyone. You know, you can only take people so far, but they have to be willing to help themselves. So, little therapy tool. I want to tell you what I was taught in grad school. The therapy client should be doing more work than the therapist. If the therapist is doing all the work, then the client is not growing. So essentially, it's kind of a weird job, because if you're doing too much work, you're actually doing your clients a disservice. What you want is your client to take what they get from therapy and bring it home with them and start working on the things that you've discussed in therapy. So, you know, if you're working too hard, then you might not be the right therapist for a person.
In truth, I have failed to help clients with this particular disposition many times.
Hey, I'm new at this. You're nigh on 3,000 years old. If you can't help them, how can I?
It's not guaranteed that we can help every client.
Yep.
To think we are powerless to help any is a cognitive distortion itself. I believe you know it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. You can only try. You can't expect to fix people. Okay. To think we are powerless to help any... Right. So that was... That was Nosferatu thinking or control fallacy? Okay. Cognitive distortions. Okay, so... Cognitive distortion types are weapons to beat ourselves up with. Okay. Disqualifying the positive. Okay. Alright. Nosferatu thinking is thinking in extremes and ignoring all the in-betweens. Control fallacy is when you think you either have all the responsibility or sole control or no control at all. Labeling is when you label yourself. That one's pretty obvious. Should statements be like, well, I should be doing better. Disqualifying the positive is canceling out the good and leaving the bad. Okay. I think that would be the Nosferatu thinking.
Now, Samuel, you are more capable than this.
Oh,
What distortion is it to believe that we cannot help anyone?
should?
Now, Samuel, you are more capable than this.
Oh, control fallacy. Yeah.
What distortion is it?
Yeah, all right. Control fallacy. I know. I can help some folk.
So for me, in a way, it's kind of, this game is kind of weird because it's not how I think in terms of therapy. You aren't really going in and thinking, oh, well, that person's making a should statement, that person has a control fallacy, etc. You know, you work with the person where they're at. So don't really label things that much. But yeah, it's pretty interesting.
That's right. Here, take a look at this case file.
Theater feller, huh? I've known a few of them in my time. They can be a little, self-absorbed.
Okay, so that's Edmund Keane, age 237, male, British, highly influential Shakespearean stage actor during the Georgian period. He's credited with more personal interpretations of character. He lives a tumultuous life on stage. I think we already did that one.
Because people don't like him, it says.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The ad's gonna start in just a moment, so I am going to stop for a moment. I'm gonna go grab a snack because I haven't eaten for a while, and I'll be right back when the ad ends. So you're welcome to hang out and get cozy, do whatever you need to do, take a bathroom break if you need to, and I'll be right back. Okay. If anybody is not, or if, for any subscribers, I did just very much change the, change the stream information. I remember that. I know I've been bad at that. I'm trying to be better. Okay. So I have my crunchy garlic parmesan crackers. So you guys will get some cracker ASMR, I guess. Okay. I think... Alright. So I think the ad's about over. I think we already did this guy. I might not have saved afterwards. So let's just go through it again. We'll see how that goes. And, let's see. Alright. Let's get started.
He is one of the most revered actors in all of history.
So he might have a few cognitive distortions.
A few. He may not recognize them, Samuel, but all you can do is present reality. He comes. Remember, I will give you whatever advice I can. Good luck, my friend.
I hope I'm up to this.
Okay, I'm trying to remember what he was like.
What is this vampire I see before me?
I'm Sam Walls. I'm your new therapist.
Your dress, your bearing, your hat. You also are forgotten by time.
Also forgotten by time.
Oh, how fortuitous. A kindred spirit, perhaps. A therapist should know pain, I say. Most excellent.
Tarnation. Can't get a break with this here hat of mine.
No, it's perfect. Do not change a single thing. It gives me faith, my dear vampire, that you can help me.
I'm gonna do everything I can. I promise you that, amigo.
Do not do so lightly. Darkness dwells within my damned soul. You journey into my pain at your peril, and I cannot be your Virgil.
I love how he looks kind of like Shakespeare.
Anyway, your intake form that you're here because...
Oh, I don't...
Well,
Here.
portals don't appreciate you, you said.
Indeed, and I fear they cannot. They must die to appreciate life. As mortals, they cannot ask the immortal questions.
Okay.
What is life for us who do not live? Why are we here? Why do we continue? What do we do when death has no meaning?
Fair enough.
And what a piece of work is vampire. How noble in stature, how infinite in life.
All right, that's enough of that. Before we answer the question of why we're all here, why are you here? Well, that is, what exactly drove you to me, partner?
Oh, that. Well, pustule of a theater historian I recently seduced and killed sprang the seeds of doubt in mine corpus.
Okay.
He was writing a biography of the great Edmund Kean, and I thought mayhap that I would favor him with a secret or two. He said my acting style would now be considered archaic. Though I drank him to the last, I fear his cruel barb was sharper than my fangs.
Sharper than his fangs, yep.
This embossed carbuncle of corrupted blood caused me to doubt myself. Are all men such fools? Will I ever find my audience again? Or did they die long, long ago? Help me purge these mortal concerns from my mind, dear man.
We're always gonna have doubts, compadre. That's normal. But I think I can help you see things a little differently. So, you said your acting's out of date. Why don't you just tell me why it bothered you so much?
Because it's simply not possible. Acting became a noble craft entirely because of me. In truth, I am perfect. Edward
No?
states that he is perfect. Even in the most generous evaluation of his skill, is such a thing possible? Because it's simply not possible. Acting became a noble craft entirely because of me. In truth, I am perfect.
I think this is a control fallacy.
Hold on a sec there, partner. Acting became a noble craft because of you? That's a lot of control over a whole skill.
Yes, impressive, isn't it? So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so lives mine art, and this gives life to thee.
Okay.
Well, those are some pretty words. You make that up yourself?
It is the bard himself, boy.
Yeah, that did sound very
Maybe you
Shakespearean.
had something to do with the development of your craft then. It ain't been just you.
Right.
Well, naturally. But Shakespeare's works are simply words upon a page without me.
Compadre, I think you know he gave you a leg up in your career. You can share in the success a little.
Oh, there are celebrated actors in these times, yes. But any success they have is due to my beating the path for them to follow.
Yeah. No?
This is a special client. Remember that his distortions can be about others, not just himself. Oh, there are celebrated actors in these times, yes. But any success they have is due to my beating the path for them to follow.
Was that... Alright, Nosferatu thinking was... Wait. I feel like I need to brush up. So, Nosferatu thinking, sometimes you see things in black and white. Thinking in extremes and ignoring all the in-between. Okay. It's not control fallacy. No?
This is a special client. Remember that his distortions can be about others, not just himself. Oh,
Okay, just calling the positive,
Well, wait a
probably,
minute, you're
yeah.
saying that every
Okay.
actor's success comes straight from you.
Interesting.
Of course. Even the greatest among my art would have been consigned to obscurity had it not been for my advancements.
Every single one of them ain't had nothing of their own to give to the theater?
Well, I suppose one or two actors in the last 300 years have impressed me.
Well, don't you think they deserve their own success?
I suppose mortals are owed their 15 minutes of fame. One must have some pity for them. We are not monsters.
Sure.
But the actors of modern times, they are shallow, beggarly parrots. Parrots who screech the lines, but do they know them? Do they feel as we feel?
Okay, that's labeling them because he's calling them shallow, beggarly parrots.
So you're saying modern actors are
There we
parrots?
go.
Indeed, they are only mimics, and thus no better than a well-trained bird.
You don't think they're actually birds, do you?
My dear boy, they live such short lives. What else can they do but
They
ape
ate the words and actions of their
forebears?
forebears.
But when you call them birds, you're just labeling them that. You ain't giving them a fair shot.
True.
Oh, come now. I was clearly employing a little dramatic license.
But we're here to talk about truth, right, compadre?
It is my gentle direction that takes the craft to higher echelons, and mine alone. Acting does not evolve without me.
You think that's a control fallacy? Because I'm pretty sure that one's
You're
obvious.
saying only you can change the course of acting?
It is demonstrably true. There is acting before Edmund Kean, and there is acting after Edmund Kean.
But there's so many types of acting out there.
Right.
I mean, I remember when vaudeville came out, but I don't think you had anything to do with that.
Vaudeville? Oh, like so many American arts, an art of the grotesque. Plunge a dagger into the heart of subtlety.
So you didn't have nothing to do with vaudeville?
Nothing to do with vaudeville. So the only things that count is the kind of acting that he thinks counts, and everything else is not acting.
Oh, devils below, no.
I mean, you got a little control fallacy, hombre. Portals got wheels of their own.
Indeed. I suppose I don't want any responsibility for the things the Americans create anyway.
Oh dear.
These critics should honor me, as is my due.
All right, friend, let's start that again from the top. I think we got a lot to unpack.
Because it's simply not possible. Acting became a noble craft entirely because of me. In truth, I am perfect.
Alright, so that was a
Hold
control
on a sec there,
fallacy.
partner. Acting became a noble craft because that's a lot of control over a whole skill.
Yes, impressive, isn't it?
So long as men can breathe or...
Oh, we already went through this. Oh, I hit the wrong thing.
Well, maybe he had something to do with the development of your...
Well, naturally.
We already
But
did
compadre,
this.
I think you know he gave you a leg up in your career.
Oh, there are celebrated actors in the... But the actors of modern times.
And then
It is
vaudeville.
my gentle direction that takes these
Yes.
critics.
All right, friend, let's start that again from
Oh,
the top.
no.
I think we got a lot.
Because it's simply not possible.
Okay.
It became a noble
I have to be
craft
careful when I
entirely
click
because
on
of
the
me.
dialogue
In
box.
Hold on a sec there, partner. That's a lot of control over a...
Yes, impressive, isn't it?
Now, those are some pretty words. You make...
It is the bard himself.
Well, maybe he had something to do with the development of your craft.
Well, naturally. But Shakespeare's works are...
Compadre, I think you know he gave you a leg up in your career.
Oh, there are celebrated actors
Right,
in these
come on.
times, yes.
Let's get
The
back.
actors of modern
Let's
times.
get back.
Shallow, beggarly
That was
parrots.
labeling.
Parrots who screech the lines, but do they know them?
Do they feel as we feel?
It is my gentle direction that takes the craft to higher echelons, and mine alone. Acting does not evolve without me. These critics should honor me. as
Should
is
statement.
You're saying critics should honor you. Well, what happens if they don't?
I don't know.
Then they are not doing their jobs properly. I do not ask for their laudations without cause. But if a so-called critic does not recognize my contributions to the theater, what do they know of the theater?
Maybe they just got different taste.
Yeah.
Uneducated taste, perhaps.
Well, let them have their uneducated
If
taste.
they are just uneducated, why should they appreciate you?
An interesting point. I suppose I cannot blame them. Thou fiend! You are cruel indeed to beat a man when he is at his most vulnerable. I am here so you may help me cope with a world that has gone mad. Not so you might attack my every word.
So it's really interesting. Sometimes, so you kind of get two kinds of people. You get the people who blame them. So when something's wrong, people either blame everybody else or blame themselves. This guy is definitely somebody who blames everybody else for problems. He doesn't take any ownership. So that's really interesting.
I'm doing no such thing. All I'm doing is pointing out your reality. If we're gonna cope, we gotta be honest about the world.
And I say that you are a villain. I come to you in desperate need, and you respond by mocking my desperation. Why would you do this to me? Do you not know what pain I am experiencing? Do you not know that I, as an actor, feel every sling and arrow more keenly?
Sure.
Art thou a therapist or a murderer that you would push me so to the brink? Do you want me to commit suicide?
No.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to hurt you. I want to help everyone who comes to me.
Samuel, a moment, please.
Andy, I got a real problem here. I think I'm not cut out for this work.
He's doing
This
too much
fella's
work.
Right. Why am I attacking him when I should be helping?
First of all, short statement. You will do what you will do, and that is all, Samuel. But
Right.
look at the candles. What do you see?
The candles. Oh, they seem fine to me.
Look at the flames.
Wait a minute. They're getting higher, ain't they? What the...
Your client is very powerful.
Right.
He has his own unique skills earned
Okay.
through the ages. His skill in gaslighting is so intense that it affects the world around him. He is altering reality to fit his distortions. Be watchful, Samuel. Do not let him.
How do I stop it?
Be persistent, and above all, be honest. He does not control your reality.
True.
I await your apology, sir.
I think it was Easy Boy Easy.
Easy, boy, easy.
He responded really well to
I
that, I
shall
think.
not go easy. I shall not.
Ain't nobody gonna hurt you. There's a good vampire.
A good vampire? What on hell?
How,
You're safe now. Ain't nobody here to hurt you or make you feel bad.
right?
What was I?
I'm your buddy. That's us. We're just buddies, ain't we?
Buddies? Yes. A friend.
A friend.
A friend.
Yes.
A friend who wishes to help me.
Mm-hmm.
You feeling better there, compadre?
Yep, the flame just went lower.
I must confess that I am. Though I scarcely understand how.
Hey, well, that's just great. I want this to be a comfortable place for you.
Yes. Yes, I do believe you. After all, your profession is in many ways similar to acting. It is no wonder that we find common ground.
I mean, yeah. You know, having studied both theater and therapy, I can tell you it's like they're two sides of the same coin in many ways.
How is therapy like acting?
It is the exploration of the soul, is it not? A journey into pain, and we see those pains and truths and reflect them onto the cruel world.
I ain't sure I quite see it like that, but it's true that reflecting is important. Kind of funny when we can't look in a mirror, huh?
Sure. One of death's cruel ironies. Thus must we see our reflections in the mortal audience instead.
You care a lot about what the mortals think about you.
Of course I do. Why should I give a fig about what we dusty old folk think, eh? Most of us are stuck in our relative pasts, if you'll pardon the offense.
But all them folks die. You're what, 300 years old?
Don't remind me. Yes, they die, but I cannot. I must not. If I do not exist in their hearts, there is only the purgatory of oblivion.
Okay, that's black or white thinking.
You cannot, you must not. You're talking like there's only one future.
For me, there is only one future, save oblivion.
Save oblivion.
Come on now, that's a little extreme.
'Tis not so. What else have I but the stage?
Well, that's a fine question. I'll tell you what, though, compadre, you are more than the stage. What if theater just didn't exist?
Perish the thought. Perish it with all due enmity. Unlike some vampires, I am not some blood-guzzling parasite who will idly sit and wait as the world turns.
So I often ask people this question. If you took away all the trappings of your life, if you took away your job, your possessions, everything, took away all the stuff in your life, who are you? Yeah. How would you describe yourself outside of whatever job you do, whatever you own, whatever place you live? How would you describe yourself? That the guy on the right is the therapist? Yeah. But yeah. I always ask people that, you know, who are we? Because we're not our professions, we're people, you know?
I died for the stage, so I should live for it as well. Vampire society is of no use to me. We are so few, and I cannot have an adoring crowd without a crowd.
Yes, so Edmund is the therapy client. We are the cowboy.
For upon that stage is power. The power to control the emotions of an audience.
Control
Are you
policy.
hypnotizing your audiences?
I may be a murderer, a drinker of blood, damned beyond redemption. But even I would not insult the craft thus.
But you think you can control them anyway? They're mortals, man. You know how unpredictable they are. They'll do what they're gonna do.
Nonsense. All that is required is a revolutionary talent. That I am blessed with.
What if they can't recognize this revolutionary talent of yours? You know, there are some vampires who don't like Mexican blood on account of cilantro.
I guess even vampires could have that genetic tendency with cilantro to for it to taste like soap to some people.
But now, I love me some Mexican food, but some of the crew I ran with couldn't appreciate it. They said the blood tasted like soap. You can't win over everyone.
Perhaps 'tis so. Ah, such poor souls. To be deprived of something so refreshing and gratifying.
But no kidding. I used to love cilantro back when I was alive.
And to the devil with cilantro. I was speaking of myself.
Okay, I think I missed something there. Let's start from the top, compadre.
Don't remind me. Yes, they die, but I cannot. I must not. If I do not exist in their hearts, there is only the purgatory of oblivion.
You cannot, you must not.
For me, there is only one future, save oblivion.
Come on now, that's a little extreme.
'Tis not so. What else have I but the stage?
Well, that's a fine question.
Okay.
Tell you what, though, compadre, you are
Perish the thought. perish it, unlike some vampires.
I am not.
Some blood-guzzling parasite who will idly sit and wait as the world turns.
That's labeling.
You calling most of our kind parasites?
I am, for that is what we are, if we are nothing else.
All right, let's just forget the part where you're insulting other vampires, myself included.
Right.
If you say that you're a parasite if you don't do something, you're gonna be scared as hell of not doing that thing.
As
Right.
an immortal, I aim for loftier goals.
Can you hit those goals if you're busy being afraid of turning into a parasite?
Ah, but your humble speech does belie the true wisdom beneath. I am indeed cruel to myself. I died for the stage, so I should live for it as well.
Died, so should live. I think no.
I shall give you a hint. Use the word that is in
Oh,
the
should.
distortion.
Right.
I died for the stage.
Well, why should you live for the stage?
What was my death worth if the stage does not matter?
But it's only you who's saying your death ain't worth something. Your
Right.
shoulds are fatal. Ain't that a lot of pressure?
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Though one might argue that all great actors must be forged in fire.
But is acting really the most important thing in the world?
No.
I shall assume that you jest. You know, I see what you are doing. The motivations of man are well known to me through my art.
And what am I doing?
You are mocking me, undermining
I'm not
me,
mocking
causing
you.
me to doubt myself. I know thy purpose, wretch.
Well, maybe he needs to doubt himself. Maybe he needs to doubt his, or not doubt himself, but re-examine how he views his own identity, because it sounds like he's really blocked himself into a corner.
This therapy business is all a ruse. You would lay me low and claim dominion over me.
All I'm trying to do is help you, friend. Reality's a lot easier to deal with when you can accept it for what it is.
Right.
So, now you doubt my sanity. Is there no end to your japes and jabs? I shall not break. Oh, you shall see. The tides
So
of
dramatic.
cruel seas will crash upon me, but I do not wither. I know thy game, trickster. You wish to keep me in your debt. The more I doubt myself, the more you take from me. You think you are
Sure.
clever, but thy tongue outvenoms all the worms of the Nile. Well, what have you to say for yourself? Speak, that I might hear thy bile.
Tame him like a wild horse.
What?
I know you're upset and you're scared. I ain't gonna hurt you.
But you want to hurt me.
Good vampire. Ain't you sweet? Yeah, it's all
I
right.
love how he talks to him like he's a horse.
You really don't want to hurt me. You'll keep me safe.
We're safe. Ain't no place safer than right here. We're friends. That's right. You're my buddy now. Just my pal Eddie.
In truth, I am oft left bereft of friendship.
You mean vampires?
No, actors. But to sense one is not alone in all the world is a feeling to be cherished.
Yep.
You ain't alone, I promise you. Whatever bad stuff we're living, someone else has lived it already.
True.
'Tis so. Many geniuses were unappreciated in their time, with wonders of their craft consigned to history's dusty pages. Even the bard himself did struggle. There is some comfort in that.
Common nocturnality. We all got the same needs, man. Blood, safety, and sex.
Indeed. I too am akin to the doomed Achilles, though my sore spot lies not so low, but twixt stem and stern.
Tain't my place to comment.
Tain't my place to comment.
Oh, seems the spot is no secret to you after all.
Maybe we can talk about that some more in your next session. I think you did pretty dang well today.
Yes. Yes, I suppose I did. I am rather good at therapy, aren't I?
I'm rather good at therapy, aren't I?
If you're here wanting to get better, yeah, I'd say that makes you pretty good at therapy.
Sure.
Well, one mustn't rest on one's laurels, must one?
That's right, Eddie. Okay, I'll see you in a few weeks then.
Aye, we shall vanquish my demons together. I cannot tarry. The stage awaits.
Dang, what the hell was that?
One of the darker malignancies of the mind, dear Samuel.
You sure I'm up to this?
You were masterful, Samuel. You were able to take your knowledge about cognitive distortions and turn their definitions outward. And we must speak about this equine ability of yours in your next session.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Oh, that. Yeah, I learned a lot about myself through my horse.
Right.
Save it for our next session. Rest, Zack. You have
If
faced
it's
a great danger.
Now it is
Now it is
time
time
to drink and be merry with the Goths.
Well, not sure I'd call them merry, but they know how to cut loose. All right, Andy. I'll see you later.
Good night, Samuel. Rest in peace.
Nice. Bum, bum.
Well, that was one of the weirdest experiences of my life. I
Yeah.
probably won't forget that. I should go talk to Crimson.
If it isn't Sammy the Kid, plop that butt down. Got a shot prepared for you.
Well, thanks, Crimson. What is that? Bloody Mary?
No, a Bloody Steve.
Bloody
That's what
Steve.
he said his name was.
Bloody Steve.
Of course it is. How's the crowd tonight?
You know, it's funny. They're a little on the weird side tonight. Must be a full moon out.
Oh, you ain't kidding. I just had my first therapy session with the strangest fella I ever met.
Yeah, he's pretty odd.
Actor type. Used to be an international celebrity back when I was alive. Seems like fame's a nasty drug.
Yeah.
Like
I think
Andy
so.
says, people are people. Doesn't matter what era they're from.
You see, that's exactly why I ask people, who are you outside of the trappings of your life? You know?
Feeling good about your session, though?
I think it went okay.
He was pretty confrontational, but he was happy to talk about himself at least. Andy says the real clients to worry about are the ones who've got nothing to say.
True. Oh God, those are the worst clients. Because you can't work with nothing.
I get that. Being a human isn't easy. You gotta be pretty damn privileged to have no problems at all.
Oh, this fella definitely has plenty of problems. I think he'll be keeping me busy.
It's a big world out there, cowboy. Full of vampires with no self-awareness.
True.
Well, ain't that the truth? Well, here's to change then.
To change.
You, drinking Andy's blood there?
Andy's? Nuh-uh, this is a plain old mortal drink. You think anyone would want to drink that man's blood from a bottle when they can get it straight from the source?
I suppose they wouldn't.
I just realized the background music, the part where it had the voice, it said, "I will comfort you."
I'm not proud to drink blood, Sam. Wouldn't be doing it out here.
I didn't mean to cause offense, ma'am.
Not your fault. I guess I shouldn't be offended.
Oh, that's a should statement.
Who's telling you that you shouldn't be offended, Crimson? I know this blood drinking stuff is complicated.
Damn right it is. Look, I have customers to deal with, but let me give you some advice, Buffalo Bill. No therapy in here.
Yeah. You don't want to be doing therapy outside of the therapy room. It's not good for anybody.
What happens at Eminat happens with consent. Got it?
Right.
All right, that's fair, and my sincere apologies. It won't happen again.
That's right.
Oh, dang it. I've gone and made myself unwelcome. I better get out of Crimson's way.
You.
Oh, she's new. Panoptabella?
Huh? Do I know you?
I know you. I've been watching you, vampire.
All right, play along.
Yeah, that's me, drinking blood to live.
Yes, you do. I saw you. I see everything. My name is Panoptabella.
Panoptabella.
It means I see all, and I am beautiful.
Okay, so Pan is all, Opti is C, and Bella. Yeah,
I
sure.
saw you in the kink room with Reinhardt and Maxi. And now I see that you are thirsty and would like to drink.
Yep, that is so.
Come, drink from my neck. I wish to see what it is like.
Okay.
I didn't consent to being killed, vampire.
Tarnation, I wasn't trying to kill you.
Okay, so bite blue veins. Okay.
I didn't consent to
Oh.
being killed.
Yeah.
Tarnation, I wasn't trying to kill
Well, let
you.
me see. There we go.
Yes, I see now. That was very pleasant. Thank you.
That's difficult. Like, it...
You
Okay,
will go to your
interesting.
coffin now to sleep.
Well, if you wanted to cuddle.
It is normal for vampires to enter a state of torpor after consuming the blood of another. I wish you an excellent torpor, vampire.
Thanks, I guess. I guess I'd better get some shut-eye. This night has gone on long enough.
Okay. So, I think we didn't reach the save point last time I ended this game, so...
Good evening, Samuel. I hope
And
you're
that
feeling
was the
well
sound
rested.
of the...
I have a new client for you.
Perfect. A new client.
Another one? I think my caseload's starting to get a little crowded.
Worry not, my friend. I shall not unload all the world's cares onto you. I know how strongly this next client requires aid. She is a great deal older than most of the clients you've seen, and sometimes it is harder for the elderly to see reality. It took me far too long to do so.
She as old as you are?
Not nearly. Thus, she should be more ready for change than I was. Take a look at the intake form.
Alright. Medb, ages 1,804, female, bronze age. Alright, an elder vampire like myself, Medi has lived mostly alone for the past 2 millennia. She grew up among wanton violence between Irish clan warlords, and has since kept distance between herself and mortals. She now spends more of her time online, where she has become a streaming celebrity. Oh, hey! I do not know what this means, but perhaps a younger vampire might. I know! She has expressed frustration at the increasing demands of her followers. Suggestion, be patient with the elderly. Alright, so she's feeling stressed out for streamer reasons. I get that. Although, I've been pretty fortunate. I don't think people have really demanded too much from me so far. It's been, people have been pretty pleasant in chat, so.
Dang, she died young. Makes me wonder why I waited so long to kick the bucket. Could have left her nicer looking corpse.
Alas, death does not often allow us to have much choice in the matter.
Says here she doesn't leave home unless she has to.
Indeed, it is a puzzle, as elder vampires can often be.
I sure do hope I can help her.
You will do your best, I know. Let me allow you some privacy. She comes.
Hello?
Okay, so this is Medi.
Hey there, how do I say your name? Is it, Medbub? Medb?
Mev is my real name. Medby's just my screen name. You can call me Medi if you like.
Oh, mighty fine meeting you, Medi. I'm Sam.
Is that who you are?
Okay.
I couldn't rightly say. I ain't no more or less than Sam.
You're a cute, strange cowboy man.
You're cute, strange cowboy man.
I don't know that you should be calling your potential therapist cute, miss.
Not in a touching bodies way. I mean, you're more like a rabbit or a mouse. Oh, I want to dress you up in a little mouse onesie and watch you scurry about. And keep your hat on and be a little cowboy mouse. Oh, I like that very much. I'd keep you in a little cage and give you lots of cheese and, of course, a wheel to run on. You can be my whiskery little pet.
Oh dear. She has some interesting thoughts.
What is the matter, Samuel?
I think I'm out of my depth here, Chief. I ain't keen to be anyone's pet.
Older vampires such as myself can sometimes be uncomfortable to be around.
Yeah.
I believe this will be an excellent challenge in setting boundaries, Sam.
Right.
Explain to her your boundaries. You will be modeling positive behavior and saving yourself a little trouble.
Exactly.
Yeah, just a little.
All the more reason to be clear and polite right now. Good luck, Samuel. I know you can do it.
You look distracted, little mouse. Have you smelt a bit of cheese? Did your whiskers twitch?
All right, miss, before we keep going, I think we need to set a few boundaries.
Yeah.
First of all, I ain't gonna wear no onesie. I don't think I could find one that'd fit.
I could sew one for you. I would make the neck hole really big so that your funny hat would fit right through it.
Okay, well, maybe I wasn't being clear. I don't want to wear a onesie.
Yeah.
But it would make me happy.
Well, it wouldn't make me happy, miss.
Fine. but I don't like it.
I don't eat cheese, you know that. We only drink blood anyway. Mortal food doesn't exactly agree with us.
Right.
But a mouse who doesn't eat cheese is hardly a mouse.
But I'm not a mouse.
Then why do you have twitchy whiskers?
I just like the way they look.
So do I. That's why I think you should eat some cheese.
Well, I ain't gonna. Take it or leave it.
You're very mean for a mouse.
I'm gonna set all the boundaries because
This stuff
she
about
needs
putting
to
me
know
in a
all
cage
that.
and making me your pet are things you should be doing with a blood partner. Besides, I make the rules about my own body. If I don't want something, you gotta respect it or find a new therapist.
Thank you.
You don't want me to do things to your body.
You cut that out. I'm serious now.
Very well. Be that way.
I think that about
I
covers
think
it.
that about covers it.
Very well. It's a little boring. People usually let me do what I want to do to them.
Well, this is less boring then. It's something new.
I suppose you're right. It's very clever, strange cowboy man. May I still call you a mouse from time to time, though?
I don't know.
If it'll make you feel comfortable, I guess it ain't hurting me.
Right.
But let's get to you and why you're here. Now, it said on your intake form that
She's overworked.
you're overworked, it said. You're not my first client with that problem. What line of work you in?
I play video games.
Mm-hmm.
Video games? Like Star Invaders?
No, silly. More like overcharged to pension impact. More of an FPS and RPG girl.
I love the name change. Overcharge to Overwatch and pension impact instead of Genshin impact.
I don't know what them things are. I kind of figured video games were just a fad, like collecting ferns was in my time.
Video games are lots of fun. There's even one where you get to play a cowboy and kill bunches and bunches of people.
Red Dead Redemption.
Then you get to pretend you feel bad about it. But after that, you kill even more
Overwatch,
people.
yeah.
Shucks, that there might give me some flashbacks. But you're working by playing video games? How's that?
Yeah, how's that? Gosh, I have no
Strange.
idea.
I have millions and millions of followers there.
I don't have millions and millions of followers yet.
Wait just
Yet?
a gosh darn minute. People are paying to watch you pee?
Of course not. That sort of thing would be on my Only Zealots page. If I could pee. Which I can't, because I'm a vampire.
Only zealots.
All right, you gotta walk me through this.
I love this. Okay. Oh, he doesn't Alright. He doesn't understand
mean
the
if it
difference
ain't
between
paying?
streaming and...
Streaming means to share your computer screen to the internet.
Yeah.
Like watching the cinema, only instead of people shooting each other, it's you answering emails?
Sort of. Mostly people just like to watch people shooting other people. Only it's little computer people that only look like people.
Right.
Clear as mud. I got some more questions about them funny things you mentioned, though.
What's Only Zealots? Let's just ask what's Only Zealots.
What's Only Zealots?
That's a very special website where my very special followers get to see me do naughty things for
This would
money.
be your client.
You've been around a long while. Do you need money?
Right now I feel like I'm talking with other VTubers.
No, of course not. But I do like having mortal blood bags who will do anything for me. They're very useful.
They are.
This whole thing makes me feel old.
Baby vampire, strange cowboy man. I'm glad you're not the kind of baby who poops and pees, though. That's quite icky.
I love how she is older than him by centuries, and it's almost like she's looped back into being younger than him.
I had some more questions.
I mean, I know what this is, but I'll
What's all
ask
this
anyway.
RPG and FPS stuff?
I think he needs to know it.
Role-playing games and first-person shooters.
Kinda dark to be playing games about the first person you ever shot. That ain't a good moment.
You're extra silly. It's a video game with a first-person perspective. It only looks as though you're shooting someone. I like the ones where there's lots and lots of blood. I end up feeling quite hungry.
Are they still using corn syrup to look like blood? Never looked realistic to me.
They don't use corn syrup in video games. You're very funny.
I'm glad I'm funny, I guess. Let me ask you something else about these video games. Alright, I think I understand a little better. You're working pretty dang hard for all them followers. What do you need them for?
Lots of things. They pay my rent for me, buy clothes and gifts for me. They dispose of all the bodies. And they let me kill them too. They're all so eager to die. Poor little lambs.
Oh.
They're like servants?
Servants, little sheep, whatever you'd like to call them.
And they're willing to just up and die for you?
Oh, naturally. Sometimes all I have to do is smile for them. They find it enchanting.
Yeah, he definitely changed in a time where there's no TV or cars. Although she did too, but it's like, it's almost like she was like, I'm just gonna engage with the humans where they're at.
And they quite like my breasts and vulva.
Oh, I see.
Does it make you uncomfortable to hear me say breasts and vulva?
I reckon I just wasn't expecting that level of candidness.
Hey, you have to be prepared for that when you're a therapist. You don't know what's gonna come out next.
Breasts, vulva.
Hey, come on now.
Oh, but it's so much fun to watch your little whiskers twitch.
So, these followers of yours do a lot of work for you, huh?
But I have almost 100 million little sheep. It's rather difficult to manage them all and keep them happy.
True.
Why do you need to keep so many servants happy?
I need my sheep. If I don't have them, I'll have nothing.
Alright, so if she doesn't have them, she'll have nothing. I think that's the Nosferatu thinking. It's not a control fallacy. It's not labeling. It's not a should statement.
Is it really true that if you don't have your followers, you won't have anything? Ain't you got other stuff you're interested in?
I suppose I enjoy reading. And video games. And I can do those things alone. There's also playing games with my body.
Oh, yep, there's that.
Which Americans don't do. You like to shoot people instead. Bang, pow. Ugh.
That ain't always true. But let's get back to what you were saying.
If I don't make them all happy, they'll turn against me.
Yeah, that's the frustration of the internet. People always assume the worst of you.
All I'll be is the lonely, crazy girl with a flat full of stinky corpses. I just want to look at my body parts anyway. Don't have much else to share, it seems.
It's kind of sad.
Should make my little sheep happy. After all, they are willing to die for me.
Should
You say
statement.
you should keep your followers happy. Do you like it when they're happy?
Just because I kill my blood bags doesn't mean I wish to be cruel. After all, they're so cute when they die with smiles on their precious little faces.
I'm glad to hear that, but here's the thing. When you say you should make them happy, you turn it into a responsibility.
Right.
If you got 100 million people you should please, that's pressure you don't need. Get what I'm saying?
And frankly, that's a lot of people to please. You know, like, what I tell people a lot when it comes to writing, but also to streaming, is you don't have to make everybody like you. You just need to have the right people like you. And the right people who like you are the people who, you know, provide something good in your life. You know, like a lot of times when you guys are here, it cheers me up. It makes me happy to see you guys here. You know, and you know, nobody's asked me so far of anything of me that has been awful or anything. So, you know, it's been a really fun experience. And that's the thing, you know, I want to attract the kind of community that I can feel good being around. So, you know, having 100 million people you should please, that is a lot of pressure. You shouldn't have to please everybody. Just please the right people. Or rather, not please the right people, but, you know, be yourself and you'll attract the right people.
You are too sweet, little mouse. Like a sugar mouse. Someone might try to eat you.
Yeah, they already did. How do you think I turned into a vampire?
Right?
Hold them horses just a minute there. I still gotta challenge you on a few of them things you just said.
I need my sheep. If I don't have them, I'll have nothing. If I don't make them all happy, they'll turn against me.
That's
Nosferatu
some pretty
thinking,
extreme
yeah.
thinking. Your followers can't all be that fickle. The idea that you can make everyone happy is something that ain't in anyone's power.
Right.
And assuming you have no control and they'll all turn against you ain't true either.
That's true, I suppose. I can do things you couldn't dream of. But I won't show them to you because you're an American.
That's funny.
That is much appreciated, miss. And now about the stuff you were saying.
All I'll be is the lonely, crazy girl with a flat full of stinky corpses.
Labeling.
Let's ease off them labeling terms. Don't go calling yourself crazy.
I am crazy. And I know how strange I sound to these short-lived creatures.
I reckon I might sound the same if I were around as long as you and seen some of the stuff you've seen.
Really?
Besides, crazy ain't got any kind of real meaning. What's sane? You've been around a while, you know them definitions change all the time.
Right.
I suppose that's true. Don't think any of us are really sane.
Yeah. I think, you know, we all experience things in life that are traumatic and confusing and frustrating, and you know, how can any of us really be truly sane? I don't know if I know anybody who's really completely truly sane.
I think that's a heck of a lot closer to the truth.
What matters is what you do with all that craziness.
I just want to look at my body parts anyway. Don't have much else to share, it seems.
And that is more Nosferatu thinking. No?
I think it is obvious that your
Oh,
client has
disqualifying
many
them.
interesting traits beyond the physical.
Ah.
Few speak the way she does.
Let's try
I just want to
disqualifying.
look at my body parts anyway. Don't have much else to share, it seems.
Come on now,
There we
you've
go.
been around for nearly 2,000 years. How in the heck could you have nothing to offer? I'm sure you could tell me all sorts of things about history and the places you've been to and the things you've done.
If I talk about things I like, my followers abandon me. Fickle little bloodbags. You always like it when I show off, though.
They aren't good followers
That's
then.
the problem with your followers, not you. Don't go disqualifying the positive things about yourself just because they don't see them.
Right?
Very kind, Manling. If you were one of my followers, I might even let you live.
A very kind gesture, miss.
I can't help but think, though, you make me seem very silly for worrying so much about my bloodbags. Not a very good vampire, am I?
No.
Well, what's a good vampire supposed to do?
Right?
My bloodfather used to tell me that we were supposed to be gods. Told me that we would rule all humanity. I imagine he'd be ever so disappointed in me.
No, don't say that.
Blood parents are always complicated. They like continuing their legacies, but people ain't too good at being anything but themselves.
Right, exactly.
I wish someone would tell him that. He's a very bad listener.
Well, you should be proud of yourself for getting away from him. I know it ain't easy.
I didn't leave him. The druid sealed him away long ago. But slow our soul when he escapes. And there will be nothing we can do. Oh, it's gonna be ever so much blood.
Yeah, that doesn't sound nice.
I ain't gonna worry too much about this fella. Besides, if he is coming back to kill us all, we only got so much time to enjoy, right?
True.
These dang followers of yours have got you stuck at home, though.
It's better this way. It's not safe outside.
Well, why do you say that?
Because there are bad people out there. They've tried to burn me, touch me, enslave me. They are cruel, horrible.
I just realized that turned red in the background.
If I stay in one place, I have power. Instead of them burning me, I can burn them. And touch them and enslave them.
Control fallacy.
With all due respect, miss, you're playing with sunshine here. Life is always gonna change. That's the one thing we can be sure of. Your retreating from society is only gonna make it harder to face the changes ahead.
Such as when the machines arrived.
What machines are you talking about?
The ones in the factories. The ones who made me leave the bog. Did not like that very much. Not at all.
Well, look, I didn't want to upset you. You're here to handle the world a little better, and that means being honest about what might happen. That makes sense?
Yes. Machines keep getting stronger. I should be ready for them.
All right. Well, let's keep talking.
They used to call me Calich Namona, the Witch of the Bogs. I like it that way. I like it when they think I'm a monster. If I want to be safe,
Interesting.
I should show them what a monster I really am from the safety of my lair. Living alone is the life I know, anyway. Well, I've known for millennia. I can't survive in society now.
I know you've been through some tough times, but there's some stuff you're saying that just doesn't square with reality. Let's go over what you just said.
Interesting.
Because there are bad people out there. They've tried to burn me, touch me, enslave me. They are cruel, horrible.
So not everybody's bad. So I think that's
I know you've
labeling.
been through some tough times, Mitty, and you got a hell of a lot of reasons to think people are all awful. But those experiences ain't the be-all and end-all. There's a lot of bad, a lot of good, and even more in between.
Yeah.
Maybe. But it's safer to assume that it's all bad. Mortals are very afraid, and when mortals are afraid, they are quite cruel.
Yep.
That's more of that all-or-nothing thinking. There's billions of people out there now, and more differences between each and every one of them than you'd expect.
Also true.
But I don't need to endanger myself anymore. I have my sheep.
I'm sure we'll get to talking about them real soon.
We can talk about them now. They help me stay in my flat. If I stay in one place, I have power. Instead of them burning me, I can burn them. And touch them and enslave them. They used to call me Calich Namona, the Witch of the Bogs. I like it that way. I like it when they think I'm a monster.
Now, see, I don't know if this is necessarily labeling. Nosferatu thinking is black and white thinking. Control fallacy. It's not a should. I'm gonna do labeling just to see if that works.
Hold on a
There we
second,
go.
Mitty. I get that there's safety in people thinking you're some kind of monster. But what I can't abide is you calling yourself one.
Right.
Names have power. You know what they used to call me?
Fuzzy McWhiskers. Scaly Tail Sam. Ooh, Scurrying Sam.
They called me Slaughtering Sam. And as you might imagine, I didn't earn many friends with that name.
Right.
That's not very cute at all.
No, it's not.
No, it ain't. I didn't feel cute neither. I felt like an evil bastard. And that ain't a good feeling.
Right.
It didn't say I liked being a monster. It just makes me feel safe.
Then let's find a way to help you feel safe without calling yourself a monster then, huh? But keep going.
If I want to be safe, I should show them what a monster I really am from the
Should.
safety of my lair.
Well, why should you show them what a monster you are?
Right.
So that they'll know to stay away, of course.
And is that the only way people will stay away?
It's the way I know. I used to put severed heads outside my cottage, but policemen don't like that very much.
True.
So what if I said you should protect yourself by putting severed heads outside your place again?
I'd say you should learn otherwise. The police can be very mean.
That's what I mean.
Right.
Should doesn't allow a lot of wiggle room. It might seem like it's just words, but them words can lock us up tighter in a bank vault. But let's keep talking.
Living alone is the life I know, anyway. Well, I've known for millennia. I can't survive in society now.
I think that is Nosferatu thinking. No?
We ancient vampires are very few. I can tell you with some certainty that your client is very good at hiding her true capabilities, perhaps even from herself.
Living alone is the life I know, anyway. Well, I've known for millennia. I can't survive in society now.
Maybe it's control fallacy. Because she doesn't feel in control. So it's a negative side of control. Okay. No?
We ancient vampires are very few.
Alright, yeah.
I can tell you with some certainty that
Living alone is the life I know, anyway. Well, I've known for millennia. I can't survive in society.
You know,
There.
you're what, some 1,800 years old? You're older than any government on Earth. You've seen the world change in ways none of us could dream of. Hell, you basically won the internet, and I can barely open up my Vmail program. You're way more capable than you're giving yourself credit for.
I suppose that's true. But I'm not very good with real life people. Unless I'm eating them.
You're still disqualifying the positive by canceling out all them skills you got. You can use all that modern lingo I barely even heard of. You dab fam?
You dab, fam?
That was ages ago.
Mood.
See what I'm saying?
On fleek.
You are very clever, sweetling. It is easy to forget how small and weak mortals are. The world is a big place full of things that might try to hurt me.
Well, before you face the world, why don't we start with your neighborhood?
Medi is too relatable.
Let's start slow. Take a walk around your block, 15 minutes a day. Just spend a little time outside looking at the moon.
I suppose if anyone tries to hurt me, I should be able to kill them or enslave them. Very well, strange cowboy man. If anyone does kill me, I'll simply become a ghost. Then I can whisk myself up your bottom with a little ghost needle and poke at your guts.
Interesting.
I don't think it'll come to that. Just spend some time outside and see how you feel, and we'll talk again in a month. Sound good?
Very well. I suppose my followers outside must be eager to carry my coffin home. Promised I would eat them when we got there, so shouldn't keep them waiting. Farewell then, little mouse.
Yeah, she's way too
Oh, boy.
relatable.
Well done, my friend. You seem a little out of sorts. Are you quite all right?
She was something else.
Like so many of our kind, she simply struggles to adjust to a constantly changing world.
All right, there's another ad break. I'm going to go grab some more water. I ran out. We will be back after the break. And yeah, if you need anything, go get it. I'll be back. Alright, back. I had to dart around a little bit. Alright. So, like so many of her kind, she simply struggles to adjust to a constantly changing world. If that isn't the truth.
I think you would be of great help to her. She clearly likes you.
That's what I'm afraid of.
You are under my protection while you are here, Samuel. I guarantee no ghosts will travel up your posterior. You have done excellent work tonight. Please, relax downstairs. Summer will be here before we know it, and the nights shall become short once again.
Summer will become... No, summer's far away. It's freezing here.
Rest in peace, my friend.
Or in pieces. Ha ha ha.
Tarnation. I'm glad the kids here aren't glued to their little TVs. I wonder why that is. I bet Crimson knows.
Yep.
Giddy up, little doggy.
I ain't heard that one in a while.
Truth is, I'm running out of cowboy terms. What can I get you, handsome?
How about a kind ear for my troubles?
You got a real old school way of seeing bartenders.
Yeah.
But in this case, you're right. I am a good listener. Lay it on me.
You know, of all the jobs out there that are similar to being a therapist without the training, I would say bartenders, hairdressers, or, what's the other one? There's another one too. I don't know, but yeah, especially bartenders and hairdressers. They hear everybody's stories.
I got this new client. Makes me feel old.
250-year-old man feels old, huh?
Yeah. But seriously, I thought I understood people, but she's from another time, like. I've been around a long time, and I ain't seen nothing quite like this internet. But my client lives there.
And you think you can't help her because you don't understand the internet?
Mm.
I reckon I can be of some aid. Just gotta figure out all this technology. My dial-up modem might not be up to today's standard.
No, it's not.
Maybe you were right. You are ancient.
Dial-up is the 90s. Whoa, God. That's a long time ago.
But I'm glad you're feeling confident, cowboy. A vampire who can adapt is a mighty fine one.
Gosh.
Here's the thing, cowboy. Nobody understands the internet.
True.
I don't feel old yet, though. Still just glad to be alive, thanks to Andy's blood.
Oh, yeah?
I know you've been curious about why I've been drinking vampire blood. You don't have to pretend. I've got a rare blood cancer. Andy's blood is what's keeping me alive.
Oh, that's so sad.
Oh, I'm real sorry.
I didn't say I was dying. I said I had cancer.
True.
Stop making that face.
Cancer isn't always a death guarantee.
I'm just glad I found Andy. Don't think I was quite ready to die.
Well, I, for one, am glad you're sticking around, Crimson.
Well, thank you kindly. So what'll it be, Sam? You ain't gonna dance?
No, I ain't gonna dance.
You owe me that story one day, cowboy. Here, have a little something I whipped up for Andy. Herbal blood tea.
Nice.
No garlic, right?
No garlic.
No garlic.
Mighty kind of you. Maybe I'll take a nightcap. You have yourself a fine night, Crimson.
Adios, muchacho.
I think that's my last client for a while. My caseload's big enough. I'm starting to get overwhelmed.
Yeah, you only want to take so many clients. Like, a lot of therapists don't... It's not really a full-time job, but it is a full-time job. You're not necessarily working the same hours as most other full-time jobs do, but the intensity of the job means that you have to balance out your caseload with what you can handle personally. It's a really tricky thing to find that balance.
Maybe something from one of my books will inspire me. But then again, I could watch cartoons instead.
True. Let's watch a cartoon.
I used to have a crush on Betty Boop, and I ain't ashamed.
Betty Boop! Oh my God, are they allowed to do Betty Boop? I think Betty Boop is over 100. Oh, we can't. Let's
Well, they don't
stop.
make them like they used to. I think that's enough action for one night. Time I got me some shut-eye. Good night, son.
Okay.
A fine evening to you, Samuel. How are you feeling tonight?
Okay, I think I'm going to stop here for tonight because it's 6 o'clock my time. Okay. Good old Ed and Eddie, yeah. Okay. Let's exit. Yes. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna switch to just chatting. Hi. Okay, so, as usual, hang on a second, I need to find something here. There we, oh! No, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah. So as usual, I'm going to be posting my stream schedule tonight. I also am thinking of deleting all my past posts on Twitter. I'll probably keep Twitter because I know there's some communication that happens over Twitter between like artists and stuff. Like if I, commission something, sometimes they'll talk over direct messages on Twitter and stuff. So I want to be able to keep the means for communication open. But I'm just going to keep my posts on Twitter pretty minimal. So I'll be posting my stream schedule. I'll be posting when I'm starting, and after when I start a stream and after a stream. But I'm probably not going to be doing much else. I feel a lot more comfortable on Blue Sky, and I just don't want to. Yeah, it's funny because the difference is night and day. I go over to Blue Sky and it feels like people are focused on creation and discussion. And on Twitter, it's just like everybody's yelling at each other all the time. And, there are ways to communicate opinions and important news and stuff without it being a constant attack. So nobody needs that. We can't control what other people do, but we can control what we do. So that is probably going to happen over the next few days. I took one step to making it happen, but I caught a little snafu on it. So I am going to see what happens, and I'll work with that. But yeah, I also want to protect the artists that I've posted on Twitter. I don't. You can't avoid AI scrapers either, and I'm sure Blue Sky will be scraped for art as well. But, again, if there's something I can do, I'm going to do it. So, next weekend I'll probably finish up Resident Evil Village. I will be doing Final Fantasy again on Friday. I'm kind of stuck in the spot where I am on Final Fantasy, so I probably won't even be playing it until Friday again. So we'll just pick up where we left off. I'm still thinking about what to do for Tuesday. Although Tuesday I like to keep pretty chill. So, and I have been working on games that have been suggested to me. And I do have one game that somebody very kindly got me on Twitch. And I may play that game, or not Twitch, Throne. So I may play that game on Tuesday. We'll see how that goes. Yes, Austin, I've been playing Final Fantasy. I've been playing for a couple weeks now. So Final Fantasy 14. So yeah, I hope everybody has a good week. I will keep you updated about my car situation, which is almost in the bag. Thank goodness. And yeah, so have a good night. Take care of yourselves. And don't get yourself wrapped up in too much drama, because there's a lot of that out there. It's unfortunate, but, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So I will see you guys again on Tuesday. And yeah, have a good week. Take care, everyone. And let's see who I can raid. Here, let me see. There we go. Let's see. Who do we raid? If you have a recommendation, let me know. Oh, thank you, Gaspin. Take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. There are a lot of people streaming right now. Oh, why don't we go raid Genki, because he's really cool. Yeah, I usually don't get nightmares anymore. I used to get them a lot when I was younger. All right, so let's go to Genki's stream, because he is actually streaming Final Fantasy. So raid. There we go. All right. So we're gonna go raid him. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. And I'm gonna switch to the end screen. Bye.